This lesson I learned from one of my amazing mentors. His name is Joel Bauer. And I do have my own pivot to it that I've developed, but it definitely is inspired by his teaching. I wanted to give him credit where credit is due. So here you go, the 60-second pitch. So often when we meet people, one of the first questions will always be, so what do you do? And I have a question for you. How do you answer that question? Do you tell them that you're a banker or a maybe a car dealer, or maybe you are a consultant or a whatever, fill in the blank? What if I could invite you to consider doing it slightly differently? What if instead of speaking what you do, you allow others to speak for you? It is such a powerful technique and way to introduce what you do that usually will leave people speechless. And what do I mean by that? What if you had a small 60-second video that you can play for anybody right off your phone, or maybe your tablet or your computer, some kind of a social media, or maybe you can even forward it to them, that basically told them exactly what you do and who do you help? So part one, when it comes to the 60-second reel, it actually is, what is the result that you delivered to your ideal client? And who is that ideal client? Let me use an example of myself. I have a company called Double Your Income for Your Time. That is the result that I help small business owners and high level professionals achieve as a result of them going through my process and my techniques. So for me, the result that I'm delivering is increase in their income and time freedom. The person that I'm serving is somebody that's making six figures as a professional or as a small business owner. So in that statement right away, I know who do I serve and what is the result that I'm willing to deliver, and the key point, guaranteed. Because to me, my name and my reputation means everything to me. And I hope the same is for you. How do you protect your name and your reputation? Because you can always make more money. You can never get a different name. I guess you could legally change your name, but why not just protect the name that you have, create know, like, and trust, and create that brand around your name. Create that reputation that will not only serve you, but your family, your community, and maybe even the world. So once you've created that one result that you're willing to guarantee and help people to create, the second step is putting it into a simple structure of three simple questions. And I'll go ahead and share them with you now, and then give you an example from my life or from my business. And you can model it from there. Question number one: I heard you have the ability to fill in the blank of what you do and who do you serve. Let me give you an example. I heard you have the ability to help any professional or small business owner to double their income while freeing their time. So that's question number one. Answer number one is yes, in three simple steps, which brings us to the second part of part two. What are the three simple things that you can share or teach your ideal client, so once they know those three things, they will easily achieve that result? Let me give you an example. My answer is yes, in 3 simple steps, by clarifying their mission and vision, by shifting their mindset, and by creating or upgrading their mastermind, which the 3 things for me is mission, mindset, and mastermind. So what are those 3 things that you can teach anybody? They can be your speaking points, whether you're speaking on a podcast, on a YouTube channel, maybe you're speaking on the 9 o'clock news or the morning channel. It doesn't matter which media you speak on. When you have this 60-second pitch, it will serve you and it will create exponential returns once you've gone through the process of creating it. Second question to part 2 is, can you share a recent success story? At this point, your answer is yes. Female, 55. She had 4 jobs, 5 kids, slept 3 hours a night, killing herself, not living. She was able to pivot into one business that not only doubled but tripled her income and free her time that she could actually go ahead and live her life and spend the time doing the meaningful things that she always wanted to create, right? That is my example of that result story. If you don't have a result story of somebody that you've helped before that gave you permission to use their story as one of your testimonials, go out and help at least 3 people. And before you help them, ask for their permission. Once they've created a result and they're happy with it, would they be willing to be okay with you sharing their story? I am sure that one of the 3, if not all 3, will say yes if they want the result that you can deliver and can guarantee. Once you have that person, now you have that testimonial to be the answer for question number 2 of part 2. Last but not least, question number 3. How can we learn more? Answer number 3 is, if you go to my website, there's free gifts, amazing bonuses, and special private trainings as my way of paying it forward. And then you have the person that's interviewing you putting your link to your website, or what I recommend is to a landing page with a free gift just for them sharing their name and their email as the ethical bribe, right? This way you get to create a relationship with that new individual, and you get to gift them and serve them first before you create any kind of invitation, whether even it's to a free private training like this, or maybe it's your free amazing community on Facebook that you add value to all the time and you hang out with and answer questions, because that is one of the best ways to create what I call a lead magnet. To complete this amazing structure of the 60-second reel is part 3, which I call the 7 heart-centered testimonials. In the beginning, if you have one testimonial, great. Create the structure, record it, and make it into 60 seconds so it can be something quick that you can show anybody that will potentially pique their interest if they're your ideal client. Or they can remember somebody to share it with that they think would be a great fit. But if not, no hard, no foul, but at least you gave it your best. Then the next part is see if all 3 of those people can give you a video testimonial to add to your reel. Ideally, you want each point that you share, like for example, mission, mindset, and mastermind, to be supported by its own testimonial, right? In the advanced training of it, ideally, you want a female, male, and a female to be the complete version of that. And last but not least, the mastery version of the 60-second reel is being able to put 7 testimonials together, right? They will be short and to the point, just confirming what you said. So when you say it, they confirm it. When you say it, they confirm it. So it becomes almost like they're saying what you want them to say, but they're speaking for you. Because when you're saying it, a lot of times people perceive it as sales. When somebody else shares the same thing, the same words, it's perceived as sharing. So that is my simple structure of your 60-second reel, of having one result, 3 questions, and 7 powerful heart-centered testimonials that will open and create a relationship that will interest your ideal client or the person that you like to connect with. If you have any aha moments or any clarifying questions, I would love to entertain any of them now. So before we move on to one of my favorite next chapters, which is called your mini documentary, and how powerful it can be not only in your life, but in your business.